Oh, I'm trying to get my act together. I'm sorry. I'm like running a minute behind. So how are y'all today? We are going to do a poof curl today on Designing Gals Thursday, although it's Friday. So yesterday, I have to tell you why I couldn't go live yesterday. Yesterday, I was working in the new place, and I was getting these shelves out to put up, and the bottom of the box broke, and the shelves fell on my foot. So I was in quite a bit of pain last night. I can't wear a shoe today, but it is better. So I'm here. All right. That was really fun and exciting. So we have 21-inch mesh today. I keep thinking my trash can's on that side. It's not. So I cut 21-inch with the red. We have a red work wreath. So this is what we're doing. It's the autism, because you know April is autism month. So I wanted to do something, and what I thought we would do that would be fun is I grabbed some leftover mesh, and I got blue, green, and yellow, and I just cut some 8-inch curls with these. And so what we're going to do is we're going to do the poof curl with this, so we'll have red, and then we're going to add these in with our ribbons. So we have the puzzle ribbon, and then a red, a blue, and a yellow, right? Because the autism is like primary colors. All primary colors. So the sign does have other colors on it. So you could definitely use other colors. You're not stuck with just using the primary. So see, we have orange, there's kind of a lime, there's a turquoise, purple, so you could really use all of those colors with this. Right. So it's been a while since we did a poof curl, and I thought, let's do it. I actually have some 21-inch mesh right now, so we might as well. Thank you. All right, so this one uses 21-inch mesh. Okay, so just like our normal process, I'm going to pull the inside, ties to the inside, like this, because I still want them to get mixed up with the bottom. There we go. All right, I just pulled this out and cut it at 15 inches. So then we'll open up our ties. Oh, well, mine has Asperger's, so I'm there with you. So same thing. Lots of us have someone who is affected by the spectrum, right? Yeah. All right. So we got those open. Oh, wonderful. I'm so glad. We try to be super fast with our shipping. All right. So I'm just going to take one piece at a time. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to lightly roll it. And when I say lightly, like almost let it do its own thing, right? Because you don't want it to be super tight. Because what's going to happen if you have it super tight is you're not going to be able to get the poof. So you want to just kind of loosely curl it. Just roll it up. Just like you're making sausage. And the most important thing is this cut edge right here. Oh, I'm so glad. This cut edge right here has to be facing the wreath, like right in here. I'm knocking things off my table. Hold on. So let me show you. So this opening, you're going to put about 4 inches in one tie with that opening facing the tie. All right, so put that in. Then we're going to come and go about 4 inches on the other side, and then what's in the middle is the poof. So that's how you get the poof in the middle. And I'm going to show you why it was so important that we had that opening. So you cannot open it to get the poof if the opening is not on the inside. So you want that opening to be there, and then all you're going to do is pull it out. Now you can do between 10 and 15 inches for this. Because this mesh can fray a little bit, I tend to go with 15 inches because then any frays would be tucked in on the inside, okay? All right, so that's how we do poof curl. So let's go through it again. Let me put these over here. All right. So we just take it, we lightly curl it. We make sure our opening is there. This is where it differs. So you're gonna put it, open your tie back up, put the second 4-inch little curl right on top of the one you just did. See, so you're gonna have 2 in there. All right. Then we'll go to the next one. And so each time, so I'll just kind of lightly tie it. Hello, how are y'all? Okay. See how we pull out our poof like that? Right here. Yep, happy Friday. So if y'all didn't hear, I'm sorry I missed yesterday. I sort of dropped the wood shelves on my foot. It's all swollen, but weirdly enough, it's not bruised. So I don't know. So you'll end up with 2 ties, 2 curls in each tie. Okay. Wow. That's awesome. You've sold 7 wreaths this week. Wow. Congratulations. That is amazing. And I'm so glad that being in the groups is helping you. We're making a centerpiece tonight in the group. Okay. So we'll take it. Right, we're going to get our like 4 inches. And you can eyeball it. Doesn't have to be perfect. Put it down right on top. Then tie your tie back. This makes a very nice full wreath. So we've got our 4 inches on the other one. The red mesh is cut at 15 inches. But you can cut it. Word of mouth is the best advertising. Yes, it is. Always. You can cut it between 10 and 15. I don't like to do 10 because it doesn't give you enough to play with the poof. So I like to do between 12 and 15. Oh. I understand my youngest has Asperger's. So he's super smart. You really almost wouldn't know it. But he thinks it's OCD, which it kind of is. All right, so see how I have that opening right here, facing the frame. Very, very important. If I can tell you anything, it's going to be that. The wreath for April, it is turquoise and purple with a little pink. And it's a butterfly. When I come on next week, I'll have an example for you. I just cut just until I thought I had enough. I think I usually use around 26 on this. But what I basically do is just go until it's full and then I just quit. Alright, so reopen, put it down, make sure that's there. Then open it. There we go. They're all of my boys and my nephew are out playing. They're out bowling with my husband. They're so into this bowling thing. They had to have their own. It still hurts. It's swollen. I can't wear my shoe. But I'm tolerating it, so I have too much to do and I don't have time for that. Tonight's live is at 7. I don't have time for a broken foot or a hurt foot. My husband swears it's broken. I don't think it's broken. I think it's just really ticked off. Like I dropped a bunch of wood on it, so it's mad. It's just really mad at me. So, I think I'll survive. It's not the first time I've dropped something on my foot, right? I know I did ice it. I did ice it last night. So, y'all, I did it right before I was supposed to go on. So, like maybe, what, 20 minutes before, Casey? Is that about right? About 20 minutes before I was supposed to go on. My nephew's been at the new place helping me get stuff on the shelf and get things priced. And so I was rushing through there, not paying attention. I picked up this box and the bottom fell out. And it had all these wood shelves for this thing I'm putting together. And they just went right on my foot. Because, yeah. Yeah, I did ice it, but boy, that did not feel good. It does not like ice. I was like, what is this cold stuff? I feel like I'm going out of frame a little. Let's see. Whoops. There we go. All right. Well, my nephew was standing there, and so I couldn't really say anything bad. I mean, he's 21, so I probably could have, but I didn't. So I just kind of walked to the other room and kind of said a few things in there. The wreath of the month is going to be a purple and turquoise, and it has butterflies. I think it has butterflies and daisies on it. Let's see. I'll have an example of it on Monday. So that way I can show you what it's going to look like. I know, I kind of, that's what my husband is convinced that I might have just, because the weird thing is it's not really, it's very swollen, but it's not like bruised, which is kind of weird. So I don't know if that is significant or not. I don't know. I really don't want to go sit at the urgent care to have it looked at. Yeah, I'll have it checked sometime this weekend maybe. So we got the bottom done. See how cute that is? So with this, you know how I usually like to work in twos and put my ribbons on or whatever? With this particular type, we are going to do all of the mesh, and then we will take care of the ribbons. So this one, a little different. And there's a reason. It's because you need to see like how full it is with the mesh, so you can decide how much you need to put on the top. You can put 1 or 2 layers on the top. Yeah, it's like right on the top of my foot, so I can still walk. It's not too bad. Thank you. Alright, so we're just going to roll it up. And it just came way unrolled. It doesn't really matter. It does not have to be a tight curl. It's totally fine. I just pick a place and start. If you decide to do 2 layers on the top, the best thing to do is to count the number of poofs that you have in it. Thank you. I don't think it is. I'll have an x-ray done, I promise. I know you'll be fussing at me if I don't, Z. I will. Just isn't going to be today. Absolutely, it's very important that you raise awareness for autism. Okay. See how we open? We go back into the tie. Make sure our opening is there. So up top, if you do 1 layer, you'll have 2 curls in each. If you do 2 layers, you'll have 4. So, you know what I love about this method? So the 21-inch mesh is a little bit more expensive than the 10-inch mesh, but you only need 1 roll. So you could do this wreath with 1 roll, and it's nice and full. And you still have your poofs and your curls, and I love this method. This method was created by Sims Pottery. Love Sims Pottery. I went there one time, and Danny Sims, who is super nice, he sent me and Amanda back with their designer. Hi, Mama. And she showed us all these cool little ways to do this. So, she's the one who helped me understand why I was struggling with it, because, you know, they do this on a lot of their wreaths there. And I was kind of struggling with it a little bit, so she helped. Now I understand. You haven't seen this method before? I love this method. It's awesome. She helped me understand, you know, why I was having trouble. So, the things that I was getting wrong was, the biggest thing was doing it a little bit larger than 10 inches and having this opening down. So those were the 2 most important things that I learned with talking to her. She was sitting in a room, and y'all, she was just doing hundreds of these. They were all over the floor. She was just pumping them out. Yep. Okay. Okay. So let's see, where's that opening? Right there. Okay. And the good thing is, even if you put your curl down and you didn't get that opening right, you can still twist it. Just make sure that you twist it before you put the second one in, because it's really hard to get it out after that. There. Thank you. I mostly feel kind of stupid about my foot. Because I could tell that the box was not very sturdy. But okay. I saw it one time when I was at Sam's, and I think Julie used to do this one a lot. So you may have seen it there too. I like it because you can use 21-inch mesh and you only need the one. Okay. When you're pulling out your poof, make sure you keep a little bit tucked in, because then you're not going to have any problems with fraying, because we did cut this mesh up, right? And we're not using a wood burning tool or anything like that. So all you do is just tuck these edges in, and then you won't have any problems with that. So and you could do one or two, or you could do like a little bit extra on the top. We may go ahead and do a second one, but I'll probably have to cut more. So I'm not really staggering the poofs, you just kind of put them in. You know, I don't know that we'll need the second one, because once we get our extra mesh in here and our ribbons, we may not need that second layer. So let's try it without. So if you do the second layer, you just go right on top of what's on the top, and then you just push these to the middle. But I think really each tie has 2 curls. Yes, because what you're basically doing is you're putting part back in the tie you were just in. Yeah, I think we're good. Let's just do 1 layer on each. See, it's nice and full, because then we have our little extras we have here. And I think what we'll do is we'll do like, let's see, we have, I think I cut like 6 of each of these. So we'll take those and our ribbons. Okay. Alright, so we're just going to take our little curl and curl it up. Grab one of our ribbons. You know, it's very hard to do this method with 10-inch mesh. So I'm just going to put it in. Alright, pull my little curl up. We're going to do every one on the bottom, but we won't have enough to do every one on the top, but I don't think we'll need it, because we'll have our sign and our bow up there. It's very hard to do with 10-inch just because you would have to cut it lengthwise. If you did it on like an 8-inch wreath and did your own ties, then yes, you could do it. Okay, so I'm pulling these up because I want to see the color like that. So let's do yellow. Just go for it. I would say just go for it. I can show you a little trick too that will help you a little bit. Okay. Pull this up. You could also, so I have, what do I do with that red? I have some red as well. Even though we have red in this, let's just put a few in, because one of the things that adding this in is it adds in like another little layer, another little bit of depth. So we just do like 8-inch, just little 8-inch pieces. So then we'll curl this up, and we'll just alternate the 4. Okay. All right. Like that. Yeah, this is a really fun method. So see, we just go back into our tie. This one you won't be able to see as much, but it'll give us that depth in the wreath so that we won't have to add in that extra layer. Okay, so what do we start with? Green. Let's put some of these over here. There. I want you to be able to see what I'm doing. Okay. Isn't it fun, all these primary colors? You could also do, so a wreath like this would be great for teacher wreaths, right? You could do rainbow with this kind of, the same thing, doing like a poof curl and then adding in some curls and ribbons. Just gives it a whole nother little dimension. I've seen people do teacher wreaths like this. Well, similar to this, not with this method, but yeah. All right. So when you're doing your ribbons, right, you take them, you fold them in half, and get that kind of pinch it to get that little indentation there, and then you're going to kind of pinch it up like that. Can you see? Like pinch. You just want to make it into a small little indentation there, and then run your hands underneath it just like that. That was like a double. We have an iPad out there that's connected to my phone, so there we go. Let's see if I can. Wow, I don't know why I have 2 remotes. That's kind of weird. Let's see, yellow, blue, and yellow. Okay. See, and I even have different kinds of, oh, I have a blue in there. I even have different kinds of blue. So even if your mesh isn't exactly the same, oh no, you broke your wrist? No, that's terrible. Oh, thank you so much. Okay. So see, we just put it in. Let me see if I can place it in. Then I take these and I pull them up. And then I take my ribbons and I just kind of fold them over like that. and then they'll kind of lay over. There we go. What are we on? This one. I do like to alternate my ribbons. Oh, well, welcome. We're glad you're here. There we go. So we just go right into the next tie. You can leave the ties, these little ties, or you can cut them. It's really up to you whether you want to leave them or cut them. With the thicker ties, a lot of times I'll leave them. You could even just tuck them back because those are not really as large or as long as the other one. So, okay. So it's folded in half. Okay. Place it in. I do kind of push it down in, kind of down in there, the ribbon and the mesh. It just makes it a little bit easier for me to pull it, you know, kind of pull it out and have it coming out. Let's see what color's next. Blue. And you don't have to do the colors in order like I'm doing. It's really up to you. There's no rule that says you have to do that. There's no rules in wreath making at all. The yellow curl came loose. Okay, I will fix it. Thank you. Okay, put this one there. Okay, that on top. This one. It's just kind of. So all I did is just kind of twist it around. And then, you know, I just kind of had the opening weird. There we go. So for these ties, you can just take them and just kind of fold them over, and then it almost looks like it's part of the decoration. Which works for us. Yeah, it's easier and you don't have to cut it. There we go. I'm just twisting them kind of over. That'll also keep anything from coming out. Okay. Now we're going to start on the top. So we kind of have, let's start with yellow. Ooh, I'm about to lose that one. Let's start with yellow. So just like that. We'll start with our puzzle pieces. Oh, thank you. I'm so glad you've learned a lot. Okay. Then we'll come up here. I'm just picking a random place. Doesn't really matter. For this one, we're going to pull our ribbons out and kind of get our curls. So one up here and one over here. And then we pull our ribbons out. Now up here, I will trim off my ties because it gets in the way of the ribbon. There. On the bottom, it's fine. Do like that. Then we'll do a red. You need to quit that with the OCD thing. Wreaths are not supposed to be perfect. Having additional elements and stuff in it, that's what makes it interesting. Nobody needs perfection. I'm not perfect. And I'm not going to try to get it perfect. I'd be here all day. And who has time for that? Not me. Okay, so I spread out my ties like this, like crisscross. And if you're having trouble with them, you can, because this is wired, you can push it in like that. I don't know if I told you this, but this is a sign of ribbon set. I probably totally spazzed and didn't tell you. Because, yeah. That's what I do sometimes. I love the puzzle ribbon too. Okay. Woo, it's been warm here for a while. I know summer's coming quick because I can already tell that it's going to be hot summer. It gets pretty hot here. But the heat isn't what makes it bad. It's the humidity. Oh, that humidity. It's like you take your shower, get your hair all done, you go outside, and 5 seconds later you feel like you need to take another shower. And your hair is frizzy and it's all falling down and yeah. Not cool. It's not cool. Okay. I would be okay with skipping summer. I'd like to just stay in fall and spring. That would be like my ideal. Thank you. I'm glad you like it. There we go. That curl was getting kind of caught up on that. So we gotta just move it. Let's see, let's do yellow. We have plenty to get all the way around. So we're good. Okay. Really? You've only turned it? Well, we've had our heat on, but it hasn't really been very cold. And it hasn't even gotten as cold as it usually does. Although, we did have snow flurries one time. We all have this obsession. Right? Okay. Let's do, so we did yellow, let's do red. Okay. Oh wow. See, I don't mind if it's hot or cold, but I don't like it when it does that. One day it's hot, the next day it's cold kind of thing. That's very frustrating and hard to plan. Yeah, I'm glad we didn't do that second layer because it's already super full. It would have been too full with that. So if you do this, if you're going to add extra into it, the one layer is all you really need. Because see how full that is in the center? Yeah. I'm glad we didn't. Okay, so we'll do green. We all need to win the lottery, right? Yeah. Right? Yeah, I agree. Okay. There we go. Alright, and then the last color we'll do is blue. but we have like one of each one left. We can put it in the bow because that'll be fun. My machine's over there printing, and every once in a while I'll hear it, and then I'm thinking, what is that? It's my printer. It's my printer printing stuff. Yeah, I don't know about you. My allergies are awful. Our cars are all yellow already. That pollen is killing me off. Okay. I'm trying not to take my allergy pill until I get home. There we go. Oh, look how cute that is. Oh, I love that. I just love that. All right. See, now look how cute that is. Oh, oh, that's cute, cute, cute. We might do it in the middle and then put the bow like up here or down there. All right. Let's get ready to do our bow. Thank you. I like it. All right. Ribbon. I want to do a spider bow. Oh, let's use the bow dabber. It's sitting right here. I want to put one of these in here. So let's do the blue, the green, and the yellow. So all I'm going to do is place it. Oh, hold on. First thing I'm going to do, let's get a zip tie out. So when I do with the bow dabber, I put it underneath. You could also take your zip tie and load it in just like you do the bow dabber wire. Okay, then we place it in. I like the spider bow. Okay, we'll curl this one up. Okay, we'll place this in. Thank you, Mama. Okay, and we'll place this one in. It is so much fun to put mesh in your bows. Are y'all putting mesh in your bows now? I hope you are. Alright, so we're going to put the red on the bottom. You made a spider bow today? Awesome! I love it. Alright. So let's do a small tail, like, no. 6 inch. 6 inch loop. 6 inch tail. Hello. And I want to do 6 inch loops. Okay. So 6 inch. Okay. 6 inch. And I can make sure that I have them matching by pulling them up and making sure they're the same. Alright, so remember with the spider bow, we have to pay attention to where we loaded our tails, right? So we went in with the tails over here. Let's get that one off. Dovetail it. This is going to go on this side. So very important that you have one on one side and one on the other side. Okay, so we have our tails here, so we're going to start with our tails over here. That is really the biggest thing with the Lisa bow, aka spider bow. Like that. Then I'm just going to match the loops that are in there. Like that. So there's our third loop. So after 3 loops, you trim your tail off. Oh, do you? Yeah. It's so common. It's sad, isn't it? How common autism is. go. That third one. Trim it off. If you find that your ribbons are wanting to pop up, just go in. So they give you this little tool, and it's important that you use the tool because what it does is it squashes that down so that it gives you more space to work in. And of course I'm using this because I want you to see that no matter what bow maker you use, you can still make beautiful bows. So doesn't matter which one you use. Alright. So this is gonna, I want to end up with this one because this is our focal ribbon. So we want this on top. Okay. There we go. Re-loops again. Trim this off. Of course, we could have made longer tails, but with the spider, you really don't want to. Because you really want it to almost look like little legs. Okay. So now I will use this. Pull it up, get that started. The good thing about the Bodabra is your zip tie is automatically going to be in the center because that's where it goes, in the center. Yes, you do, Jennifer. You can do it. All right. So flip it over. We're going to put our little pipe cleaner under there. Pull it real tight. So now, we've pulled it really tight and you can see how the bow kind of puckers and gathers where we tied it in really tight. So when I tell you that I'm breaking the bow, what I mean is I'm getting it out of being kind of squashed and gathered in that way. So I twist and pull, and I'm going to start on the bottom, and I'm going to work my way up. I'm also going to pull on my tails and make sure they're in the place that I want them. Okay, so you also kind of have to pull on those some. I usually go one side and then turn around and do the other side. Okay. I'll kind of do my tails as I get to them. So see how that makes a difference? Look at that. How cute is that? Well, there. Have to see where I'm going. All right. So let's bring all this back. See if I can straighten my view out a little. So you see how with this bow, these three kind of just stand up on the top. And then having these at the bottom, for one, is going to give it a little bit of color, and it's going to raise it off of the wreath itself. So usually when you have a bow, I don't know if I have a bow in here, you're going to put it down, and what it's going to do is it's naturally going to kind of sink into the wreath. But if you put the mesh at the bottom, it's not going to do that. So I'm going to put it right here. And since there is an opening on both sides, I just tie with that pipe cleaner down to the frame using that center part that has an opening. There we go. Just like that. There. Now I'll kind of pull the 3 in the middle up. I can kind of pull the loops up a little bit. And then here is our little spider legs. See how they kind of stand up? It makes the bow much fuller. You can even curl some of the little ones in. But what I like most about this is to keep the legs short so that you get that kind of rounded bow look. And it takes, so this is going to use a lot less ribbon than some of your other traditional bows. And then we can put this right in the middle. Thank you. Alright, so this, so we're just going to put a hole in the top and one in the bottom. Okay. Then this is 26 gauge wire. So with wire, the lower you go, the thicker the wire. So 26 gauge would be a thinner wire, 18 gauge would be a thicker wire. So I like the thinner wire because it's easy to hide your mechanics, right? Because you don't want your mechanics to be seen everywhere. Thank you. Thank you very much. Okay, so I pull it through and I meet the ends and double it up. I just kind of twist it. Keep that wire from moving. Okay. Oh, and I did get 2 kits listed, and I have another one I need to go list. So I did list them like I promised. I wasn't able to go on yesterday, but I did get the kit listed because I could do that sitting. Alright, so this one we're going to use. We're going to use our weaving needle. So see, all you do is take it, you're just going to thread it just like a regular needle. It just has a much bigger opening. And then you just push it right down, right through the mesh. It's not going to hurt the mesh. Mesh already has holes in it. It's not going to hurt a thing. Just, you want it to be the fastest, easiest way you can get it down there. There. See, and then the ribbon and stuff is going to hide where that went. Now I just tie it. Yes, I could certainly do that for you, Mira. Or is it Myra? Myra. Yeah, if you need me to match some ribbons to it, just text me. I mean, email me. Alright, so this one I'm just going to pull on the inside. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to tie it up kind of towards the top. And kind of the bow and that will hide it. And the reason I'm doing that is because it's going to keep that sign from falling down. So I have one side tied down here, and I have one side tied up here. Oh, thank you, Sandra. Absolutely. All right. See, a whole different kind of wreath. See, this is fun, isn't it? Isn't this a fun one? There we go. It's all on there good. So we got our bow at the top. We got our sign in the middle. I might have to adjust that sign a little. I don't think I pulled it quite tight enough. Let's see. There's the... So all I'm going to do is tighten it a little bit to kind of get it where I want it. There we go. Thank you. There we go. So if you want to see, here's where I tied the top one right here. See how I just twist the wire around? And then the bottom one is right here. Right there. sometimes you have to kind of finagle them a little bit. There we go. Awesome. All right, well, I hope y'all enjoyed it. I'm hoping on Monday to go live in the warehouse and show you what the warehouse looks like now, and live in the studio and kind of show you the progress. We're getting really close to our meet and greet, so we're scrambling trying to get everything on the walls and such. So I thought it would be a good little update to show y'all what's going on. Awesome. Thank you. All right, well, I hope y'all have a wonderful night, and I will see you guys next week. Y'all have a wonderful weekend, and I will I'll do the other wreath kit. I'll list it tonight sometime. It's a strawberry. There's a strawberry one. That's what is going to get listed tonight. The other two I listed, one is a July, 4th of July, and the other one is a Mother's Day. That's right. It's really pretty. It has pink and silver. So, all right. Well, y'all have a great night. Thank you for watching. I'll see y'all later.